So Matt Walsh is more of an Aben Cooper kind of a guy.
Sure.
You know,
he really believes.
He's big on it, and then he's like, yeah, and Dylan Mulvaney should burn in hell. She fucking sucks, and I hate him. Well, he's one of those persons who still says he and him, and people like Matt Walsh are as obsessed with pronouns as progressives are.
Okay.
Like for me, my whole attitude is like live and let live. I don't give a shit. Just stop bothering me. You people are bothering me and telling me how I should behave and what I should do. Mm. I don't like it. I don't care calling someone she if they want to be called she. Doesn't matter.
Well, because calling them a man would be kind of insulting to other people as well. So.
Right, that's true too. Yeah, if you call Dylan Mulvaney a man, there's a lumberjack somewhere that wants to kick the shit out of me.
Right.
So, I don't know.
She's a she.
So Matt Walsh is one of these people who's like, God is great, Jesus is wonderful, and Dylan Mulvaney should be burned at the stake. He would have fit right in the Salem witch trials, you know? He'd throw Dylan Mulvaney in a river and see if it floated. Well,
oh my God,
he gets his Twitter account hacked, and then a bunch of really not Matt Walsh things get written on it. According to the screenshots, one of the tweets posted to Walsh's account referred to Shapiro as a closeted homosexual who hides behind being Jewish.
Oh, that's fun.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
I think I know who hacked Matt Walsh's account.
Ooh, me too.
Okay, go ahead. No, you don't have to mute it.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. No. Like Crowder's going to call someone out for being a closeted homosexual.
Yeah.
Those in glass houses do not throw stones.
He's projecting.
You know who I think did it?
I had a great guess.
Guys, Matt Walsh is a homosexual. All the Bears need to send Matt Walsh messages that say he's gay. Owen Benjamin.
Oh.
Yeah. He's like, guys, Matt Walsh secretly likes wieners, and Ben Shapiro's hiding behind being Jewish. Another post read, my pronouns are that N-word. It's the funniest Matt Walsh has ever been.
Was that you?
I actually hacked it, yeah.
Were you on a bender again?
I was.
Oh. What if Matt Walsh was just drinking, like a lot?
Right.
This could have been fine.
What if Matt Walsh was just attacked by a black woman in Times Square?
You don't know.
Yeah, he was just taking some pictures of the nightlife. Then all of a sudden, this black woman goes, "Don't take pictures of me," and then just started hitting him. And then he just let loose with this invective.
What a weird thing.
Yeah. He says, and then another one read, "My Twitter isn't hacked. This is just the real me coming out."
Yes, and we're all believing you.
Yeah, he just, Matt Walsh just wanted to let everyone know that, actually, those are pretty cool pronouns. Yeah. That and N-word.
I am that. And
yeah. I like it. I think he should have kept the gimmick going.
You were beaming.
Yeah, I would hope that Matt Walsh doesn't. He goes back on the I was hacked thing and goes, no, that's just me. Sometimes I just let the beast out of the cage, you know?
It was Patricia.
Exactly. This last statue says, solid Big Bear impression. Thank you, buddy. Guys, Ben Shapiro's a closeted homosexual and a yarmulke-wearing Jew. Actually, none of that is that's not that harsh.
No, it's just kind of factual.
It's just teetering on logical.
Oh.
At that point.
Does he really call himself Big Bear?
I mean.
Oh my God.
Does it matter to you? Does it really matter to you?
Well, it didn't, but now I know about it.
And then, like, they're trying to turn it into a political thing. Like, yeah, all these SJWs hate Matt Walsh. So, like, every time this happens to somebody, they have to turn it into a grift or a, we're fighting the enemy kind of a thing. Like, everything the media does now. And I know people have their favorite conservatives and their favorite liberals, but think really hard when you read their stuff. Do they ever do anything that brings people together, or are they all kind of working together, whether it's MSNBC or Vox or Daily Wire? Are they ever like trying to get people to come to an understanding, or are they all doing their best to make sure this camp's over here, this camp's over here, and we don't see each other as like Americans, but like as two groups that want a civil war because they're taking our country away from us?
Well, you know the answer to that.
To me, Ben, I don't think the people that do the Daily Wire are that much different than the people on the other side who keep people divided. I mean, they all throw that red meat to their people who love to just tear it open and get the blood on their lips and taste the essence. So Matt Walsh gets hacked. We still don't know, allegedly hacked. And Ben Shapiro turns it into like Matt Walsh has been a victim and this and that. He tweeted out, over the past few months, my friend Matt Walsh has been threatened to the extent that he's had to have full-time security at his home to protect his family. Now he's been hacked. The tolerant and diverse and kind crowd are celebrating, of course. So he even turns it into like a divisive us versus them thing.
Well, of course you're going to.
And then also he compares the getting hacked to getting his life threatened, so he has to have full-time security. Getting hacked on Twitter is not a big deal.
No, and like, yeah, that kind of seemed like the story this morning where they started with something really, really, really bad and then went to something about that journalist story. You remember what I'm talking about?
The journalist.
Come on, they started
Taylor Lorenz.
This was just this morning you did on the show.
The journalist who started killing somebody?
No, they threatened to. There was like 5 officers or something that were like recorded saying,
they were talking about black people and just different journalists in the area. There was no specific
right, but they started
journalist.
with the like talking about hanging certain people and
Yeah.
then went to something about a journalist. It's like, well, you started with something awful.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
something totally...
The way CNN pitched it, they're like, yeah, they threatened to lynch black people and even murder journalists. It's like, you got that backwards. That's like Ben Shapiro. Yeah, Ben Shapiro's going like, oh, he's had his family threatened and he needs full-time security. And now his Twitter's even been hacked.
That's how I read that.
Oh, my goodness. But there's another tweet from Boring Jeremy now. Or no, forgive me.
Yeah, you better be careful.
Jeremy Boring. That kind of makes me wonder if they're not getting out ahead of something. Because anytime you have a story like, hey, Matt Walsh's Twitter was hacked, you read the tweets from the hacked thing, and you go, oh, that's kind of silly and goofy and whatever, we move on. But then I saw this tweet, and I went, is Jeremy Boring explaining too much? Like, a little kid who's like, oh, if you put a bunch of sawdust in a pile in the garage, and then you put a lighter to it, what do you think would happen? They're like, oh, my God, you set the garage on fire. Like, you're kind of leading up to something. There? Like, I feel like Jeremy Boring is preparing for something really nasty about Matt Walsh to come out.
Uh-oh.
Here's the tweet from Jeremy from the Daily Wire. He says, you may be aware that Matt Walsh had his Twitter account hacked last night. What you may not know is that the attack went well beyond Twitter. The hackers have managed to gain access to, well, everything, including 20 years of Matt's emails.
Oh, no.
To me, this is Jeremy Boring trying to get out ahead of, and the number one thing to me is the number one thing he's trying to get out ahead of is the N-words coming out.
The N-word for sure. So he's a super conservative, probably something like super anti-gay or anti-trans.
Yeah,
stuff.
but that wouldn't get him in any trouble because he made the what is a woman thing. Like, he's been like shitting on trans people is his thing.
If he said something like vulgar, he's like, it can get worse than what he said.
If we put them all in camps and we oh boy. Yeah, it could get worse.
It could get worse.
So he kept tweeting. This was about 4 hours ago. He says, what scandalous information will the hackers find in Matt's email? I do not know. I'm sure I said things in my 20s that I wouldn't feel great about having aired publicly. See, they're getting out ahead of this.
You're right.
What will Daily Wire's response be to things 20-year-old Matt may have said? LOL. No,
that's not good.
Leave it there. It's done.
Yeah, but that definitely gave us a heads up.
He kept going. This hack, as terrible and invasive as it is just another day at the office for us. Here's a brief look at the last 48 hours. You don't need to do this. There's no reason for you to do this.
This does seem like nervous tweeting.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Is that 15, 20?
Oh my God.
And it's all him.
It's all Jeremy. There you go.
He's not even responding.
That's at least a dozen tweets.
Oh God.
Of him talking about how, Matt Walsh's Twitter was hacked, but hey, also 20 years of his emails got hacked. And you know what, guys? I don't know. I wouldn't worry about it because, we all say wild shit in our 20s. And it's just like, yeah, what about his 30s and his 40s?
Yeah.
What else is going to come out?
Wow, that's going to be interesting. Not that I think we should be seeing somebody's old emails,
Oh,
by
it's
the
shitty.
way. It's very shitty.
I mean, this hack is shitty, but if you just would have shut up and left it alone, you could have dealt with this shit as it came out. Right. Instead of clearly... Now all of us, right, left, center, non-affiliated, we're all going to be like, oh, I can't wait to see what they come up with Matt Walsh.
We're basically waiting for the movie to start with our popcorn and 3D glasses.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're like, what the fuck is up with Matt Walsh? Like, what What did they find out?
Now
I
you
can't
have
help
us
myself.
like fan fiction, like we're kind of hoping for the N-word. We're hoping for something juicy, like doing things we shouldn't over here.
If we don't see Matt Walsh with an email with the N-word in it at least 5 times,
You'll be let down.
I'm going to be disappointed.
Oh my God.
Like if a bunch of activists go, look at this, look at what Matt Walsh said, and it doesn't say the N-word, I'm going to be like, you guys swung and missed.
Yes, it's got to be something gross at this point.
Rupert with $9.99 says they got into his emails and some of his personal accounts as well. Also, I'm pretty sure he gets death threats regularly. Yeah, so like the hacking the email thing the hacking the Twitter thing shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Right. Thanks, buddy.
But I think with him,
death threats are not cool either. Like if you're somebody who sends death threats to somebody else you don't even know, I think you should reevaluate.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
you're never gonna meet this guy. Whatever he says that's offensive to you, it can't change your life. You know, he's a safe distance away.
I think you guys will be okay from the big nasty Matt Walsh. You know, Matt Walsh doesn't seem to be running the world. Everything Matt Walsh advocates is falling behind. Mm-hmm. And all the things that hate Matt Walsh seem to be winning, but they can't, I guess, accept the victory.
I don't
know.
Say that's positive either, but
Citizen M says, Matt Walsh is fucking evil. He should be prohibited from working another day in his life. See, I don't believe that about anybody. I don't believe that about lefties, righties. I don't think the political beliefs that you have should stop you from working. I think we should all stop being such giant pussies. And if people don't agree with us on shit, we realize that we're at work. Let's get our fucking work done and not worry about who you voted for or what you think about the economy or the environment and shit like that.
I mean, I certainly don't think he's evil. Do I think evil exists somewhere? Yeah, I do. I'm not with you on that. I think somebody out there is probably pretty evil.
Yeah, I think using the word evil on Matt Walsh is kind of waste of the word.
It's wasted
evil.
on him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think it's a kind of a waste of the word evil.